Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction to read through for Omniscient Reader or Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. Chapters 276 and 277. We're extremely close to catching up. If I do 2 a week, it's only going to be like 3 or 4 more videos. But yeah, I'm just sort of chilling, relaxing, doing a little bit here and there. In the future, like if I'm really feeling a lot more motivated toward ORV in particular, while I've been loving it, while I've been motivated for the weekly read-throughs and everything because I want to read, when I have some more ORV motivation, I'll maybe do another ranking, maybe start going through and taking notes for some of the arc reviews. I would love to do like more note-heavy arc reviews and maybe edit in images of what I'm talking about as I'm doing it if possible. Kind of more detailed videos talking about the arcs. I would really like to do that. And maybe once I've done, as many arc reviews as I want, some other stuff, maybe another good side video could be an arc ranking. And by arcs, I mean like the chapters, I guess. Not like the episodes that I usually call chapters. But the chapters themselves. There are actually so many more than you would think there are. The series is quite split up, and honestly, also quite a lot of things have happened. But either way, I don't think I have too much more to say for the intro. So thank you so much for being here, and let's just start reading. We're starting off with Asmodeus. We have 2 guys talking to, well, I mean, Asmodeus can be whatever they want to be, but I guess technically now that Dokja is a constellation, can Dokja not? But we have 2 guys talking to each other in the form of young girls they are possessing. Oh, please say my name one more time. And we have the horny aura weighing down. I can't believe this is only 1/10 of his power. But then again, he is one of the 72 Demon Kings after all. There's still 3 more wraiths besides him. If they all show up, I won't stand a chance. So before that happens, I need to relax. There are no other constellations left. And we see I devoured them all. The other wraiths taken out. Some Gourmand Association constellations strongly condemn Asmodeus. A few constellations take pleasure in Asmodeus's brutality. Constellations always have the juiciest and most tender incarnations. Still, they can never compare to the real thing. We have this face-off. The special effect of Aaron's sword has ended. Darn it, now I can't use the sky-breaking swordmaster skills anymore. I know you're not here to eat me. How can you be so sure? Because if you kill me, you won't be able to obtain the colossal story. I already promised you a 30% share, so why are you trying to mess with me here? Okay. Well, there was never any guarantee that the 30% would actually be mine. So, you're doing this because you're scared of losing to the other constellations, is that it? Oh? Are you trying to provoke me right now? If you're really a Demon King, then act like one, Asmodeus. Stop being so petty. Fight fair and win your share. I don't think you understand the situation here. I could just devour you right now. I feel like color-coding the bubbles or something could have made this conversation easier. I think I've got which one is saying which, but this could have been made easier, I feel like. Don't make me repeat myself, get lost. Or having, one bubble be Dokja, another be Asmodeus, so it's a back and forth. But I feel like it is not the easiest reading. Don't make me repeat myself, get lost. Try and kill me if you really want to eat me. While reading the revised version of TWSA, I came across this sentence. Looking back, we should have taken a different strategy in dealing with Asmodeus. After all, Asmodeus favors those who never compromise, because the more unyielding they are, the stronger his urge to break them grows. Okay, so he's trying to do some kind of fetish play. I don't really know what it would be called. He's trying to gain Asmodeus's attention in this way. In Jungkook's record of his 49th round, Your understanding of the character is Modius increased. Your understanding of the character is Modius increased. Your understanding of the character is Modius increased. Personal skill Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint Stage 2 has been forcefully activated. Ah, I want to eat him. No, I can't. But I want to. No. And then we have a shutter again. Feels very... So I've kind of been going back through Hunter x Hunter a bit. Hunter x Hunter, Hunter by Hunter, Hunter x Hunter. I have kind of been going back through very Hisoka energy here. So soft. The hair sniffing is wild. Is the... Yuri? You know the meme of like the dog with like pride flag question mark? Me reading every chapter of Omniscient Reader. Fine, I'll stop here for today. But remember this, Demon King of Salvation. Next time, I won't be so generous. And then we have Dokja and Iris's body taking off. Going up the volcano with the bracelet and tossing it. Okay. We do a little plagiarism. Anna Croft completely flabbergasted. Did not expect any of this. We have full Sanga attire and everything for Persephone here. Then the mass producer. It hits the lava. Or I suppose, would it be... Well, it's exposed to the air. So, generally, isn't lava flowing, but magma underground? I mean, technically this isn't flowing, it's within the volcano. But it is, you know, exposed. So... And then a light shines afterward. The sub-scenario has been completed. You received 150,000 coins. Right? Still boiling? You've obtained a new story. Your reputation within the Gourmand Association has grown significantly. First-person supporting character's viewpoint is now deactivated. He wakes back up. That was quite entertaining, young man. It was all thanks to you, sir. What do you mean by that? I used a recovery item, but it still hurts. I'm talking about this. He brings out the sword. Made by mass producer. Well, what can I say? Business is all about timing. Who'd have guessed that sword would actually sell today? Funny you say that, considering how it showed up as a newly featured item in the Dokubi shop. Okay, so he was helping out. Anyway, looks like you're in a bit of trouble. Who the hell is the Demon King of Salvation? Brother, you look like a just background monster that would get one-shot by a random warrior. Constellation Impetuous Swamp Predator shows animosity toward you. Then Constellation Epicure of the Tranquil Island glares at you. The sub-scenario has ended. But it seems... So, Persephone was not wearing that before, was she? I really thought she was wearing something different. But it seems the entertainment hasn't ceased for the constellations. Anna looking quite upset. Euphrosyne? Something like that in the background. Now, all eyes will be on how I use the wish coupon I've obtained. You have obtained a wish coupon through your contract with the incarnation Iris. This wish coupon may be used once within the scope allowed by the Gourmand Association's probability. Within the scope allowed by the Gourmand Association's probability, That means I obviously can't wish for something like wiping out every constellation. Nor can I command them to stand with me or serve beneath me. This wish exceeds the permitted probability. This wish coupon is, in a sense, my key to getting a better footing in the association. I need to recognize where the line is between what's possible and what isn't, and then choose the wish that works best for me. The Gourmand Association constellations show strong animosity towards you. Many constellations eagerly await your decision. Constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband eagerly awaits your decision. Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire fidgets nervously with her fingers. I wish for interesting, Demonic Judge of Fire. Interesting. Uriel was real quiet when we had Yuri on the table, but tends to send a lot of messages for Yowie. Very, just doing a little bit of noticing here, Uriel. I wish for the Gourmand Association to show me proper respect. Okay, I didn't think you would need to use it right away. Kind of felt like something to, bank, to hold on to. But he knows more than I. A new story, part 1. The Gourmand Association's probability has been activated. Okay. We have the crackling of the probability storm. Your wish has been granted. Everyone's silent. Then Thor starts laughing. What an amusing guy. This story was about to put me to sleep. Thank goodness it finally became somewhat enjoyable. Now, what reason could you all possibly have for giving this little constellation such a hard time? He broke the rules. Who cares? It's just a scenario. And that scenario has just come to an end. That's all my hammer and I care to know. I can't believe I'm siding with that reckless fool. But this time I'm with him. What happens in a scenario should stay within the scenario. If you wish to fight, then you should have fought inside it. I don't want to see the Gourmand Association disgrace itself any further. However, there is one thing I'd like to ask. Demon King of Salvation, what was your reason for presenting us with that kind of scenario? And okay, just mid-scene, cliffhanger. Omniscient Reader's so funny, where some series don't really have cliffhangers, or some build up to this really impactful moment, and then it's like, crap, we need to wait until next time. Omniscient Reader very often is just middle of a scene, okay, chapter's done, it's over, have fun, wait a week. Okay, well, luckily, I didn't catch up early enough, so I don't have to wait a week. I can just go read the next one. Let's go check out 277. Okay, let's check out 277. We have what happens in a scenario. Okay, we got that scene last time. Demon King of Salvation, what was your reason for presenting us with that kind of scenario? And again, the song outfit. We have Persephone lurking. This is the kind of situation I've been waiting for ever since I came here. She told me I was on my own, and yet she's still helping me. This won't do. What could I possibly say to earn their favor? There's no way they'll help me, or they'll want to help me, if I bring up the Demon King selection out of nowhere. In that moment, Dokja realized what he truly wanted to say for the first time. This road seems to stretch endlessly with no end in sight, but I know of one man who had walked it before me. He had failed and despaired hundreds, thousands of times, yet still walked that path with no one by his side. I'm going to create a story that's never existed before. And then everyone's silent for a moment. A story that's never existed before? I don't understand what you mean by that. According to TWSA, the Dokubi King once said, "There are no new stories under the star stream. Every story is nothing more than a blatant imitation of older stories." Will there be sword masters in the story? Sword masters, huh? A Korean constellation here. You're writing a new webtoon. Will there be an overpowered main character who never struggles with anything? Will there be sword masters, regressions, all of the things that they made fun of earlier in the series with Soo-young and everything? Sword masters, huh? Yes, there will be. And archmages? Most likely, yes. What about reincarnators? That too. And triple S grade hunters. For the record, I prefer characters who earn their rewards through honest effort. Surely there'll be returnees as well, won't there? I don't understand. There are already so many stories with swordmasters, archmages, reincarnators, returnees, and whatnot. Have you ever been on Webtoon? Sorry. How can your story be any different from the other ones if it's full of tired tropes like that? A story doesn't have to be made up of brand new elements to be considered different and fresh. True. Even the first-generation stories that the Gourmand Association values so highly were made up of ordinary elements, weren't they? So you're comparing your story to the artistic masterpieces of the first generation? Of course not. I'm not trying to make art here. Ridiculous. How vulgar. So, what is it that makes your story different? My story will contain the ending of every scenario. Then everyone's shocked. How dare he? He must be out of his mind. I knew the Gourmand Association had all sorts of wild characters, but this one's on another level. So technically, with the way that the world of ORV works, wouldn't that be kind of ending the world? With the way that it works, if it's the end of all stories, wouldn't that just be the end of everything? Or maybe it would be the end of everything, but also the start of everything, because it would just reset to read again, you know? So, what is it you want from us? Are you asking us to follow you all the way to the end of all scenarios? That's right. I've come to this place to find the stars who will walk with me to the very end of every scenario. So, all that talk, just to beg us to join his nebula, huh? Well, what's the name of your nebula? It doesn't have a name yet, since I haven't officially founded it. And how many founding members are there? 2. Well, you must be one of the members. Who's the other? Are they a constellation too? No, he's not. But, wait, is it him? And they take a look at Jungkook. We will finally begin the match you've all been waiting for, introducing the pupil of the sky-breaking sword master. Dokubi is adorable. They're so cute. The Supreme King, Yu Junghyuk. Facing him is one of the 10 great masters of wuxia, the Ice Flower Saintess, Lingling Zhuge, Zhuge? Sorry if I am terrible at pronouncing. The Ice Flower Saintess, of all people. She's one of the Transcendents who were considered to be the new generation of the wuxia world. She's so powerful that Junghyuk, even at his current caliber, can't be sure of his victory. But more importantly, why is that video showing up on the panel now? It doesn't seem like Anna Croft's doing. Aren't the mortals cute, putting on their little show for us? Well, how disappointing. They're nothing more than a rookie constellation and a mere mortal, yet they dare talk about the end of all scenarios. Anyway, this is perfect. The scenario's over and I was just getting bored. So, how about a wager, everyone? Which of those 2 bugs do you think will win? Let's bet on it. And we have the versus screen between them. A new sub-scenario has arrived. Beginning sub-scenario, the Gourmand Association's wager. I'll bet 5,000 coins on the female. Your turn, rookie. Place your bet. I already placed mine. Is that so? Then tell me, who did you bet on and how much? 100,000 coins. On Yu Junghyuk. And we have the title splash all the way down here, A New Story, Part 2. She avoids his kick. And tanks 1 as she gets kicked away. He's actually a decent fighter. I wouldn't mind having him as my incarnation. He's holding his ground against the Ice Flower Saintess. Not that I would expect any less from him. This is boring. Let's make it a little more fun. And something's going on with the Saintess? Did he take over? What's happening? The Ice Flower Saintess's body, it's suddenly transforming. And she becomes Swamp Creature? Wasn't this supposed to be a wager? True, but I never promised I wouldn't interfere, did I? I've seen this before in Peaceland and the Dark Castle. The advent of a constellation. Personal skill Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint's been activated. Connection to targets currently unavailable. Jung-hyuk, that bastard. What the hell's he doing? I told him to think of me when he's cornered. You look uneasy, says Persephone. Do you not trust your companion? Do I not trust him? Once regression begins, everything will return to the beginning. All my companions will lose their memories, and every history I've lived through will be erased. How many more times will I have to repeat this? I lost because my mentality had been damaged permanently during that time. How am I supposed to trust that frail fool? Or maybe it was because I failed to obtain the absolute throne. Maybe it would be best if I started all over again. Who dies at the drop of a hat? Of course I do. I was only able to get to where I am now because I trusted him. Well, I would be a fool to not trust him. Let me raise the stakes. I'm betting 1,000,000 coins on him. Okay, and that's where we end. That's a good ending. That's sweet. You know, the fight, kind of exciting. I wish we had seen the tournament itself, though. We didn't really get the build-up to it, so it's hard to be as invested without the build-up. And the Saintess looked cool, but then we, barely got anything. She wasn't really a character and just got taken over. And as far as the, antagonist goes here, he's, again, a little lame. He's just doing the typical, jerk who doesn't know what he's, talking about thing that you see just in every story ever. This, just overconfident jerk, bullying the newbie thing. And also he looks, like I said, like just a generic monster guy who would get taken out in the background, really. So he's not really speaking to me, honestly. But this was very, very, very fun. I think this chapter was okay, to be honest. Again, this conflict isn't the strongest because the tournament side of things, I wish we got to see more of. I wish it got to be built up. And again, if we built up the Saintess and we built up what Jung-hyuk was up against, and then we had the fight actually between those two, would be more exciting. But given that it's just Jung-hyuk versus the advent of this guy, that's less exciting. This guy isn't that exciting with his, interactions with Dokja and everything. The character stuff with Dokja is good as always. But again, it's stuff that the Dokja-Jung-hyuk relationship, I don't feel like this is necessarily treading new ground. It's interesting how it's okay, you can't jump in to help. You have to trust him to handle it on his own. But again, like he said, he'd be stupid not to trust him at this point, and also, it's kind of all he can do at the moment. So, right now, it's not, treading new ground particularly for me, but last chapter, the stuff with Asmodeus and Dokja was very, very good. Him wanting, to get to the end of all scenarios and stuff. Again, it's just one of those things where things are so broad that we don't even know all of what it entails yet, necessarily. But either way, they were good. I had fun, but not the strongest chapters for ORV. Either way, though, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. If you did like the video. Comment down there to tell me what you thought of this week's chapters, my thoughts and reaction to them. Subscribe for more Omniscient Reader, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. Just ask and you can have a link. If you would like to help support the channel by dropping a super thanks or sharing around, it's appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel, to get your name at the end of videos, help me keep making videos, get One Piece Bingo a bit early, you can hit join down below to become a member. Or you can go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you so much to people who are already members and patrons. I've said before, but I'm sorry I haven't updated the end card in over a week. I said it in the video I recorded before this, but thank you to Chosen Regulars, Evan Hawley and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls, J.A.D.D. Man and Maru, Cherryton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements, Fateh Ordeal, and Elsa the Storyteller. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.